Are you still bothered by the breathy singing voice? Say what? The breathy singing voice. Come on, speak up. The breathy singing voice, whether it happens throughout your whole voice or in certain registers or maybe just on certain vowels. Let's fix the breathy singing voice so that you can have more clarity, better tone quality, more power. This video is going to be jam-packed full of information, so let's start right now. Welcome back to another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. 30 years of teaching voice, 42 years of studying voice, all different styles. I take serious vocal technique and make it simple and fun. Now, when I talk about the breathy singing voice, I'm not talking about when we choose to be breathy for style, such as when we want to be sultry or sexy. Smooth operator, smooth operator, or stormy weather keeps raining all the time. Hello, baby. Okay, that sounds great. It's a lot of fun and it's done all the time in contemporary singing. But remember, that's for special style, used in very particular places. That should not be your whole voice because breathy singing is very drying to the vocal folds. It's more work for less sound. Unfortunately, some singers sing with that breathy voice all of the time because they just can't get those vocal folds to seal. Or maybe it happens in their head voice because their head voice is weak, like this. Ya, 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 ya. Or maybe their low voice is weak. Ah. Maybe it happens on certain vowels like E, A, O. Now, if you have not watched my first video on how to fix the breathy voice, please be sure to watch that because I give you my 4 main reasons for breathy singing and solutions. It would be nice if it was only those 4 things, but like I always say, everything in singing works together. So today we're going to go further into this subject. Once again, breathy singing is wasted air, wasted effort, more work for less sound because those vocal folds don't even close. So, my friends, I want you to be a good vocal detective and ask yourself, what is making those vocal folds come apart? Let's go quickly through the 4 main causes. Number 1, not enough energy in the body. If you are too loose and relaxed, well, you're not going to get a very good sound because you're going to just be too floppy and weak. Good singing is an athletic activity. Watch my video on posture and alignment for singing. I will include all of the links in the description below. Cause number 2, too relaxed and floppy in the walls of the throat. We need to have stability to sing well. So if those walls of the throat are too floppy, then you're gonna sound weak and flabby. Watch my video on the weak voice. Number 3, not enough breath support. Remember, breath support is the holy grail of the singer. It's what allows you to sing for longer periods of time with more sound and less vocal effort. Make sure to watch my video on breath support. Number 4, over-breathing, taking in too much air. What do I always say? It doesn't take a lot of air to sing efficiently. If you over-breathe and tank up, the body's going to get tired and you are going to blow your air out that much more quickly. The vocal folds can't take those big blasts of air. Watch my video on inhalation for singing. Now, as I said, in singing, everything works together. So let's talk about some of the other reasons that you may be singing with a breathy voice, whether it just happens sometimes or happens all the time. This is what I often see in singers. Collapsing the chest, especially on the onset, like this. They breathe and they go, okay. Remember, that looks bad. It looks very unprofessional and it will make you weak. You can have exceptions for drama, such as, I want to run to you. But that's the exception. Keeping the chest comfortably high and wide is part of your support. It's part of apoyo. The second thing I see, collapsing the ribs. Okay, so you've taken all this nice breath and then you allow the ribs to collapse, once again, overblowing the vocal folds, resulting in weak and breathy singing. Yes, those ribs will come in gradually, but very slowly. You want them to float with your good breath support. You better watch those videos. Another thing I see in singers is the weak head voice. Now, that's not unusual. If we don't speak in that part of the voice, then it makes sense that that muscle, the cricothyroid muscle, might be weak. So this is a motor skill that needs to be strengthened. An example might be, weak and breathy on the top. So if that CT muscle is weak, which is your head voice, then it makes sense that the head voice is going to be breathy and weak. So watch the videos in my playlist on the mixed voice and also my video on how to strengthen the head voice. The fourth thing I often hear is spread vowels. What do I always say? Focused vowels equals focused tone. Focused tone means you're getting good vocal fold closure. I find it's usually the back vowels, ah, o, and oo, that tend to make singers breathy. It might sound like this. Okay, breathy and diffused. Again, more work, more drying for less sound. See my playlist on clear vowels for singing. The fifth thing I often see and hear is the tight tongue. You can tell when a tongue is tight. Okay, that also affects the vocal fold's ability to close properly. So if that tongue is tight, or pressed down, forced down, or pulled back, you're going to have problems. So watch my video on the unruly tongue. The fifth thing I often hear, not enough ring, not enough upper resonance in the voice. Remember, a voice without ring is dull, often dead. Ring goes hand in hand with efficient vocal fold closure, more presence, more intensity in your voice. Watch my video on ring for a more exciting voice. Okay. Exercise time. In my first video on fixing the breathy voice, I gave you 3 exercises. Today we're going to do 2 more. So I'd like you to say A, like you are correcting a small child. A. You can feel the vocal folds come together with that light glottal. Okay? It's nothing bad for the voice. This is just as an exercise. And we're going to sing A. Let's give it a try. A. Sing. Right, you can sing it down here or you can sing it up here. This part of the voice is where a lot of people get breathy because they'll go A. Okay, so follow this video to fix that. One more. A. How about higher, like this? Here we go. A, 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 A. Two more. Again. Great. You can feel those vocal folds coming together. If not, well, I'd like you to try to become more aware of it. When I sing breathy like this, ah, 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 oh, I can immediately feel the gush of air. It feels drying, and it feels kind of irritating if I do it for more than, a minute. Now you can do that exercise we just did on A on any vowel. You could do it on E, A, O, U, or whatever you want. Next, we're going to start with the light glottal, and then you're going to breathe, and you're going to do it smoothly and aiming for that clean closure, like this. A, 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 A. Then breathe. A. Here we go. Short. A, 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 A. Smooth. A. Keep going. Short. Breathe and smooth. One more. Short. Nice and smooth, clean closure. Good. In the upper register. Nice and smooth, legato. Two more. Sing. One more, detached. A, 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 A. Smooth. A. Great. Now, if you are not able to sing with clean vocal fold closure as your default, meaning your habit, then I highly recommend that you do not do any breathy singing for style right now. I say this all the time to my students, because if you're struggling with the breathy singing and then you go to do breathy singing for style, it confuses the technique. It's like, oh, I don't remember how to sing with clean closure. Now I'm singing breathy. I forgot how to do it. Victoria's wisdom. Be a good vocal detective in your practice. And if you wind up singing breathy at times, then I want you to remember me asking, what is making those vocal folds come apart? Clean closure will give your voice more intensity, more clarity, and more excitement. I hope you have enjoyed another edition of Victoria's Victorious Vocal Tips. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends. Leave me some comments. Leave me some thumbs up. And keep working on clean closure throughout your entire voice. Be an exciting singer, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.